Hello everyone. Welcome to Dr. Rajkumar Academy. Welcome to the session on 21-2023. Now in this first let us look at some of the important issues that are there. Yes. Yeah. So the first one, Supreme Court Collegium firm on appointing gay lawyer as High Court judge. So guys, for the first time, from the LGBTQ community, they have proposed a person's name for High Court judge. Fine. So, if appointed, he would be the first gay judge to be appointed. Now, as you are aware, it is the collegium system which looks into it. So, Delhi Collegium has recommended his name, and the Supreme Court Collegium has sent it to the government, and the government has sent it back for reconsideration. And what government is telling is, see, rather than talking about whether he's a gay or not, our problem is he is in relationship with a Swiss national. And when he is in relationship with another country guy, there is a possibility that this guy can be biased. So we are worried about his biasness. So that is important for us. That only that particular thing. Fine. So just know Saurabh Kirpal, he would be appointed as a High Court judge. So when you talk about LGBTQ plus rights and all, talk about this issue as well, guys. Right? Saurabh Kirpal's name recommended and what he is undergoing to get the post. If you can write about it, it's good. Aware of people suffering in Jammu Kashmir, I came to share your pain. Wrestlers threatened to step up about sexual harassment, guys. So the next one is editorial. Guys, is it's been 10 years almost about the POXO Act, Prevention of Children from Sexual Offences Act 2012. Fine. So now this act has been 10 years, and again it has become important now because age of consent has been decreased from 18 years to 16 years. So when all these are there, we have to see what exactly is happening with the POXO Act. Guys, I would say these type of questions will come. Decade, 10 years, when they give you statements like this, evaluate POXO Act, right? Because 10 years, right? 10 years based questions are also asked a lot. So I want you to make a small note on this. Protection of children from Sexual Offences Act 2012. Hyphen. Below this you write, one of the significant feature, one of the significant feature of POXO Act, POXO Act is it is gender neutral. It is gender neutral. Full stop. Similar to number of similar to number of girl child victims, girl child victims, there are there are male child victims as well. Male child victims as well. Next point. Under this, under this, sexual exploitation, sexual exploitation of children, and even storage of storage of child pornography, child pornography is an offense. Next, there are certain issues, there are certain issues like first one, large part of large part of investigation investigation is still guided by is still guided by code of criminal procedure, code of criminal procedure. Second, in cases of penetrative sexual assault, penetrative sexual assault, statement of the statement of the affected child affected child by woman sub inspector is important, but number of women police officers are just 10%. Next point, technology technology is not used effectively, technology is not used effectively in collecting statements or evidence. Next point, sometimes while doing the testing while doing the testing of the girl children, certain banned practices are still used. Is actually whether, someone has assaulted or not, it has to be tested, guys. And when they test it, they go for unnecessary tests. which is not permitted in the country. So that is another issue. Next, issue of yeah, issue of age determination, issue of age determination, where it is very difficult, where it is very difficult to predict or determine age of the victim and sometimes perpetrator. Fine. So these are some of the things, guys. Now, guys, uh, see, fake news is one of the biggest issue that India is facing. Now, in this fake news case, what is actually happening? Let us talk about the things in detail, guys. Now, on social media, WhatsApp, or in Twitter, anywhere, whenever there is a fake news circulated, government will try to interfere, government will try to check it, and after checking the facts of it, it will be removed. Now government is telling that this fact checking must be done by PIB, right? So everyone is questioning it. PIB is under government control, and if facts checked are actually decided by PIB, then PIB will remove the content which it doesn't like. That means government will remove the content which it doesn't like. And once government start controlling which content has to be there and which should not be there, then it is very, very difficult for free speech. So the entire article is all about PIB deciding whether something is right or wrong. Yeah. Flip the page to the chapter on middle school children. Says this is mostly about the ASER annual status of education report, which was given yesterday, guys. According to that, it is talking about Nipun Bharat, National Initiative for Proficiency in Reading with Understanding and Numeracy. What is that? National Initiative for Proficiency in Reading with Understanding and Numeracy. You can write Nipun Bharat. See, so it is very, very important. Why? A class 5 student is not able to read, words. If you give a statement, he is not able to read words. And a class 8th student is not able to solve mathematical problems. So when you have such issues, so Nipun Bharat tried in improving that basic skills, because if fundamentally class 8th or ninth student is not able to do proper basic maths, that means our education system has some problem. So that needs to be checked out, is what this article is trying to say, and ASCR in its report has also given these. Fine. So just two lines you try to write. In 2018, in 2018, all India, all India rural enrollment figure, all India rural enrollment figure for age group, for age group 6 to 14, 6 to 14 was 97.2, 97.2, and now it is, and now it is 98.4. 98.4. Next point. Next, you're right. According to the report, according to the report, it tries to check, it tries to check foundational skills, foundational skills in reading and arithmetic. In mathematics, the highest level is the highest level is a numerical three digit, a numerical three digit by one digit division problem. Is in essays and answers you need to write these facts, guys. Full stop. Unfortunately, several children, several children are not in a position to answer these. Yeah. See, guys, then DCW chief molested and dragged by car, man held. Like, if Delhi chief itself is not safe, then you can imagine other persons. Will take a decision on plea on Ram Setu soon, Center Cell Supreme Court. So, guys, whether Ram Setu should be called as a national monument or not, we will look it into it, is what central government is telling. See, guys, even though it is BJP government, anything you do at the government level has to be rational. If we don't do it at the like with rationality, then people will question you. So that government is looking into it. National Export Cooperative Society to trade nano fertilizers, dairy products in 3 months. See, guys, when we look at nano fertilizers, this is very, very important. Guys. Dairy products on one side, nano fertilizers on the other side. Fine. So, what exactly is nano fertilizers? It is believed that when we apply nano fertilizers, it will reduce input, at the same time increase efficiency, and that India is planning to export abroad as well. So it is more about export, but in your science and tech, we need to study about nano fertilizers. Supreme Court backs right to free speech of two lawyers up for judgeship. Draft IT rules. BBC documentary on Modi is propaganda and reflects colonial mindset. So yes, basically we have what we call as in BBC they have made a documentary on Prime Minister about 2002 riots. The problem is uh, even though our courts everything has said that he has no role to play, but still when we make a picture of any individual, it's not only about Prime Minister, it may be about Indira Gandhi, Jawaharlal Nehru, Gandhi ji, anyone for that matter. Once we have a picture in a negative form, many criticize Gandhi ji for not supporting Bhagat Singh, right? So like this, there are certain issues which whatever we try to do, people will not allow us to come out of it. A total, okay, women officers in command soon. This army is appointing certain women officers to the top rank. The vacancies and all they're trying to fill it up. Guys. Collegium system will continue. COVID-19 did not force girl to exit school. PM Jacinda Ardern, this New Zealand Prime Minister who was in news mostly for her good work during COVID, she is quitting. Zelensky Ukraine issue. Strikes are happening in France about the pension scheme. Everywhere people have issues, guys. It's not only in India, only when we look at it, we get to know. Yeah, yes, today the number of articles are really less. So these are some of the issues that we need to see. So yes, before I end, I just want to tell, yes, test series is still open. You people can please come, take it and write them so that you get clarity on your preparation. Thank you.